Hi guys, and welcome to my video. This is actually part 2 of host family mistakes you should definitely avoid making. So whether you are a host family right now, or whether you are a family that is considering to be a host family, or whether you're just an exchange student wanting to look at the other side, then we are definitely in the right place today. I've already filmed part 1 of this video, so definitely check that out as well. That is on my channel, and if I remember to do so, I will also leave it down in the description box as well. But without further ado, let's get right on into the second part of mistakes you should avoid making as a host family. So the mistake number 1 that you should avoid making is to treat all of your exchange students the same way. So I know that host families often tend to host again and again and again, and that is so honorable and that is so amazing, and so many families as well as exchange students can really profit from this situation. But one tricky thing that comes with that is to make sure that all of your exchange students are kind of treated the same way. So if you've had an exchange student before, there are pictures of you and them on your social media traveling at family functions. If you hang up pictures with them on your wall, if you know people have lots of stories to tell of you and them, make sure that people will have equal stories and that you will have equal pictures up with your new exchange student. Because from personal experience I can say that it can be quite hurtful to see that there are loads of pictures on social media or on the walls of the former exchange student and the family if the same isn't done for you. So if there's never a social media post about you, or if there's never a family picture with you in it that's on the wall, it's such a small thing, but it can really make a huge difference in the way that your new exchange student feels. So kind of try and balance it out, kind of keep it on the same level. Obviously there's always reasons why it might be different. It might be a different financial situation, or just a different work situation where you don't have as much time anymore, but just communicate it and try as much as possible to kind of create equal experiences for all of these exchange students. Do not, you know, have an extremely exciting time for the first one and then don't, you know, put in as much effort for the second one. And yeah, just kind of try and keep it somewhat equal out. That is really going to help you out in the long run. And I'm not saying that my experience wasn't equal. The first one was shared more, and that's what I saw, and so that can be quite hurtful. So definitely try to keep the experiences and the representation of these experiences somewhat equal between the exchange students that you host, if you do decide to host more than once. So another thing that you should do as a host family is to show them your country. You know, that's what they come to the States or to any other country for. Wherever you live, you invite an exchange student to your home and to your family, but also to your country. So if you can afford to, you know, travels would be amazing. Obviously if you can afford amazing travels, that's so great. But even if it's just local travels within your state, or even if it's just showing them around, you know, pretty towns that are somewhat, you know, close to you, even if it's showing them really cute spots in your own town, it doesn't have to be like a trip to Hawaii. It has to just be you showing effort and you really try to introduce your country and your culture, maybe your history to them. Maybe take them to like museums, maybe take them to small little local concerts, maybe take them to places that do really traditional food, stuff like that. You know, just show them your culture, your country. This is what they're here for, and vice versa. It will also, you know, make them share more about their own culture, and it is just going to be so much more of a rewarding experience if you remember to do that from time to time. Connected to that is my next tip, and it is to not just talk about your culture. Obviously the exchange student is coming to your country and to your family to learn more about your culture, and that is the main objective of this whole exchange. However, you will miss out so much of the richness of what it is to be a host family if you forget to ask loads and loads of questions about your exchange student's culture and country. I know from personal experience, being a host family isn't just providing an exchange student with lots of things. Obviously you are there to provide kind of the basics of life, kind of a family structure, safety and love, but you will also get so much in return. And I think that's something that literally every single former host family will tell you, and that is the reason why people do it over and over again, is that you can actually gain so much. It is amazing if you have children yourself. They get to explore the world from their own living room. You get to do that as well. You get to learn so much more about a country in a way that you would never ever get to know it as a tourist. You can ask all kinds of questions, and as long as you're trying to be somewhat respectful, I know that exchange students are happy to answer any sorts of questions, how out of the box they might be. It's such a nice conversation starter. It's going to really facilitate the bond between you and your exchange student, and yeah, there's just so much to learn. And chances are, if you show interest, you know, your exchange student is going to invite you to stay with them and their family in that country, and you might get a really cheap trip out of that as well. There's just so much to gain. You can maybe try to cook together as well. Maybe you can ask for some words in the language, just talk about cultural differences. There's so much to learn, and yeah, you would just be a fool if you basically didn't do that, because that is one of the main gains that you will actually get out of this exchange student experience, is to learn so much more for yourself as well. So this is actually all of the tips that I have for this week's video. I've tried to keep it really short and really simple, but as I said in my last video of this in part 1, is that I would really like to invite all of the host families, whether that's host families right now, former host families, future host families, or maybe just those that are kind of interested in the topic and kind of considering maybe someday taking an exchange student into their home. Please leave all of your questions down in the comments below. I really want to try and take the fear out of everybody who is unsure of whether they might want to become a host family, out of host families who don't know if they're doing everything the way they should be doing. This is such a beautiful thing to host a student, to take in a kid that is not, you know, naturally your own, to show them the world, to kind of protect them, and to facilitate this beautiful adventure and experience. So I really just want to answer all of your questions you have. Literally, even if you think that's the most stupid question in the world, just put it down in the comments below. I will be so happy to answer them. I will probably make a host family Q&A someday soon on my channel, so I will just collect all the questions that you put on here and actually talk about them in a video like this. And also, if you're an exchange student watching this video by chance, obviously you can also put your questions down there as well. I always make, you know, Q&A videos from time to time as well, or maybe it might inspire me to do a whole separate video. So definitely put all of your questions or topics you would like me to talk about down in the comments, and I'll definitely get back to you on that. And if you enjoyed this video, I would love if you hit the thumbs up, and also if you want to keep updated with all of my future content, please hit the notification bell as well as the subscribe button so you never miss when I post next. And that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next one. Bye!